Hi, I'm Jenna Fallbush, and if your school uses Microsoft products or you use tools like Helperbird, Flip, Canvas, or Schoology, then this episode of Patents TV is for you. We're going to take a look at Immersive Reader. Immersive Reader is a fantastic tool that allows your students to customize their reading experience and to improve their comprehension. To demonstrate the features, I'm going to open OneNote on the web. And in OneNote, I'm taken to a page where there's an assignment on similes and metaphors and some instructions for students. To see how Immersive Reader works, students will need to click on the word View in the toolbar in the upper left-hand corner and then select Immersive Reader. Once Immersive Reader is open, you'll see that it has extracted the text from that assignment. The first thing you might notice in the very bottom center is the word play, and students can click this to have this read aloud, and it highlights as it reads aloud.
Instructions. Review the definitions of a simile and a metaphor below.
To the right of the play button, there are some voice settings, and the speed can be increased or decreased, and the selection of voice can change from female to male. Additional tools can be found in the upper right-hand corner. So I'm going to click on the two A's for text preferences, and you'll notice that students can adjust the text size to be large or small. They can increase the spacing between words and letters and lines. So if I increase the spacing, you'll see that there's been much more white space added to the text. I'll toggle that back off for now. The font can be changed between a few different font choices, and there are themes. So right now I have black text on a white background, but I could choose a dark theme to increase the contrast. And now I have white text on a black background. I'm going to go back to the traditional black on white theme. There are plenty more colors available as well. Back up to the top of that sidebar, I'm going to click the center tool, which is for grammar options. Here with grammar options, we can turn on the syllables. So each word gets broken apart into its syllables. I'll toggle that back off. I can also toggle on parts of speech. So I'm going to turn on the nouns. They're now purple. And I'm going to turn on the verbs. They're now red. Sometimes our students don't have visual access to color contrasts or those color differences. So I highly recommend toggling on the feature show labels at the bottom, so that each word or part of speech that is indicated also has a small label above it. So now the nouns have a small N and the verbs have a small V at the top. That makes it more universally accessible. I'm going to toggle those back off and go to the last set of tools, which are reading preferences. So from the reading preferences options, we see there's a line focus toggle, and I can turn on the line focus tool. It can do 1 to 3 lines of text to 5 lines of text at a time. I'll leave that on for the moment. Picture dictionary has been turned on as well. And there's also some translation features. So right now it's being translated, or it can be translated into German, Austrian German that is. It can be translated by word or by document. So I'm going to go ahead and click by document. It's going to translate my whole doc. I'm going to close out of that sidebar in the upper right to show you how the line focus tool works. So as I scroll, there's a chunk of text in the center that is seen. And then if they don't want to scroll with the mouse, they can use the scroll down or up buttons on the far right-hand side. This text can be read aloud in the language that it has been translated into. So I'll click the play button in the bottom center.
E-Mail-Adresse j123@school.com. Erstellen Sie eine Liste mit 5 Gleichnissen und
And I also showed you that the picture dictionary was turned on. So for instance, if I click on a word here in English that I know, email, then there are some icons that show up, and this is powered by Boardmaker's icon. So there's some visual supports here for the word email and for other words throughout the text. I'm going to go back into those reading preferences to turn off some of those features. I'll turn off line focus. I'll leave the picture dictionary on, but turn off document. Anytime you adjust those settings, the next time you come back into Immersive Reader, the settings will be the same as the last time. That way you don't always have to change them or adjust them to fit your needs each individual time that you use the tool. All right, I'm going to click back into OneNote in the upper left, and I just want to highlight that Immersive Reader will also work in OneNote for any docs that are taken a picture of and sent to OneNote using the Microsoft Lens app, and that's free for iOS and Android. I highly recommend a download. And if your students are using Immersive Reader and a third-party tool like Canvas, Schoology, or Flip, their experience will be much the same as we've seen today. If you have any questions about Immersive Reader, please email me at jfallbush@patentsproject.org. Can't wait to answer your questions, and thanks so much for watching.
Hey, thanks for watching us today. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and patentsproject.org. That's spelled P-A-T-I-N-S project.org.